Welcome back to the Cowboys Society. Real fan, real talk. Now, I know the thumbnail got your attention, but the content will get your subscription. Today, Chris Canty of ESPN has come up with a top 5 list of quarterbacks that have to have a career-defining season in order to keep their jobs as well as to keep their coach's job. Now, I'm gonna let this video play. I'm gonna let you guys know what I think about his list, but most importantly, I'm gonna give you my top 5 list because it's a little bit different. Now, before we get into it, guys, hit me up with the HBO special. What's that? That's the Help a Brother Out special. Give me a like, a subscribe, and hype up this video so I can bring Cowboys content to you each and every day. Without further ado, let's talk about it.
Here we go! Here we go! How about that, Cowboys?
Chris Canty, no Stephen A. in the building. That means the A list is going to be legit. All 32 NFL teams are open. That means I got to have my official list to kick off the NFL season. And today I'm ranking the top 5 quarterbacks with the most on the line this upcoming season. Career-defined season. Canton within reach for these guys, but also getting your head coach fired. So without any further ado, let's get to the list. Let's get to number 5. We got Jaden Daniels. He missed double-digit games last year due to a knee sprain, a hamstring injury, a dislocated elbow. As a result, Washington went from being 12-5 to 5-12. It's a 100-point swing year over year. This offseason, you got no drama with the Terry McLaurin holdout. You got a new offensive coordinator. You got a new running back, a new tight end, and no excuses. And with a looming contract extension pending after this season, it's going to be on Jaden Daniels to deliver. He's got a ton of pressure on him in D.C.
Real quick, guys, Jaden Daniels, I'm not sold on him. It's not uncommon for a rookie to come in and have a great season. His sophomore season wasn't that hot, so I agree. He got something to prove coming up.
Next, we got Jalen Hurts. Listen, coming off of a season, first home playoff loss for Hurts and Sirianni. Philly moved on from A.J. Brown. It was presented as addition by subtraction. You got a new offensive coordinator, a new O-line coach, 3 new wide receivers. There's no excuses for Jalen Hurts. Last year, the offense was abysmal. They had 3 halves of football where they didn't produce any passing yards. If the offense continues to be sporadic in 2026, the Eagles will be in the market for a new head coach. Next,
Now, I've never been sold on Jalen Hurts being a good quarterback. When I say quarterback, yes, he plays quarterback and he wins. The team wins. But you guys, don't you remember early on in his season when people were out on him just because, well, not just because, but because he couldn't read defenses? I don't think that has ever changed. I think what they did is ultimately got a good surrounding cast around him and got a bunch of great players. Offensive line, they got Saquon Barkley, they had A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, they got Dallas Goedert. They got him a team, and they got him a good defense. So what he's not good at isn't really bubbling up to the top. But with a new offensive coordinator, 3 new receivers, new staff, everything, I don't know if this is going to be the best season for Hurts. They had a terrible offensive output last season. So the jury's still out, guys. We got to see what's going to happen in 2026.
got Dak Prescott. Now, Dallas last year, their offense wasn't the issue. They were one of only 2 teams that had a 4,000-yard passer. Dak Prescott, a 1,000-yard rusher, and 2 1,000-yard receivers. Dallas led the league in third down, 3-and-out percentage, and they had the lowest amount of drives that didn't have a first down. They returned all 11 starters from a year ago, and you're talking about a team that had a 30-year conference championship game drought. Now, in training camp, as it opens up, you got the owner talking about adding players via trade. You got Dak Prescott showing up with a T-shirt from the Super Bowl 30 win for the Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott has to finally deliver. He's got all of those gaudy stats, but he doesn't have the postseason winning to back it up. It's time for them to get to the championship round to the postseason.
Now, what do you mean Dak Prescott has to finally deliver? He had an MVP season last year. And was it the year before or the year before that? The defense is what's failing him, because I am sold that if our defense was middle of the pack last year, Dak Prescott would have won MVP with how he performed and how our offense performed. It was abysmal the way our defense performed. Last ranked, but the number one offense. Do you think that a quarterback with the number one offense should be in the runnings for MVP or no? Answer that question.
Next, we got Joe Burrow. Listen, 3 years out of the playoffs and 16 games missed over the last 3 years. It's bad. In the penultimate year of head coach Zach Taylor's contract, clearly the Cincinnati Bengals are at an inflection point. They did a lot of work this offseason. They traded a top 10 pick to add to the defensive side of the ball. They got all 11 starters coming back on the offensive side of the ball. As a result, Vegas has the Cincinnati Bengals as underdogs only twice this season. Favorable schedule for Joe Burrow. And it's a situation now where he's got to deliver, because that Super Bowl appearance back in 2021, it seems like it was a long ways off. It's time for them to have some more postseason success in Cincy.
Now, Joe Burrow is a good quarterback. His first year going to the Super Bowl, I don't think that should have happened. It did, granted, he's a good quarterback, but what that has done is it has made the following 5 years, 4 or 5 years, it has put the blame, I think it has put the blame on everybody else. Now, granted, he had the unfortunate chance of being drafted to the Bengals. Terrible organization. Get out, Burrow, so we can actually see what you can do. Because with your receivers, your offensive output, we know you're good. But you're not going to succeed in Cincinnati. You're not. You got to get out of there before your career is over, before it's time. Just get out. Just get out, guys. Let's check out who's number one.
But there can only be one number one. This guy, Justin Herbert. All I've been hearing that this is the quarterback that's been built in a lab. What I know is in the postseason, it ain't good enough. He's bad when it matters the most. His playoff QBR is worst among the quarterbacks that have at least 3 postseason starts this decade. There's been 20 quarterbacks that fit that bill. Now, last year, he lost both his starting tackles. He was sacked 54 times. He was hit 206 times, both bottom third in the National Football League. But this year, he's got his guys back. They added Mike McDaniel as the offensive coordinator. Justin Herbert in 2026 is the captain of the all no excuses team.
All right, guys. So there you have it. Chris Canty of ESPN. He has his top 5 list of quarterbacks that have to have a career-defining season this year, or it's going to be looking downhill for them, or their coaches even possibly being fired. Now, his list from 5 to 1 is Jaden Daniels of the Commanders, Hurts of the Eagles, Dak Prescott, Joe Burrow, and Justin Herbert. Now, Daniels, I talked about everybody except Herbert, so let me talk about Herbert. Get him out the league now. Get him out of the league now, or change teams. Do something. You're not going to do it in San Diego. What is this, Phillip Rivers 2.0? God, I don't understand how they keep this guy in the top 10 of quarterbacks every year. The glaze that they have for Justin Herbert is annoying, to say the least. To say the least. If this guy played for, I don't know, the Rams, if he played for the Eagles, if he played for the Seahawks, anybody, he would be gone. He will be gone. The only reason why he still has a job in San Diego is because no one wants to play in San Diego, and San Diego has a terrible history of losing. Period. He is Phillip Rivers 2.0. He's going to put up numbers, put up stats, suck in the playoffs, and never have any real success. That's who Justin Herbert is. Stop glazing him. Stop putting him in top 10s. Get him out the league. If he played for the Cowboys, we would have been criticized to hell. Period. I'm glad he's number one. I am sick and tired of hearing about this guy. Anyway, that's Canty's list. Calm down. come back down. We don't do that over here at the Cowboy Society. Sometimes we do, but come back down. Now, let me give you my list of the top 5 quarterbacks that have to have a defining year this year. All right, guys, check out my notes. All right, so number 5 on this list, Josh Allen. Josh Allen, along with Justin Herbert, are extremely overhyped. Of course, Herbert is the most high in being overhyped, but Josh Allen, yeah, you get to the playoffs. He had a win or two. He get to the second round. Did he get to an AFC championship? I don't know. But the hype behind Josh Allen, who has great games, guys, don't get me wrong. But when he has bad games, he has bad games. And I'm talking about way worse than any bad game Dak Prescott has had. Imagine Josh Allen playing for the Cowboys, guys. And I always got to put quarterbacks into the most visible quarterback position in the league, and that's the Cowboys. If you put him over here with the Cowboys, yes, I believe he's gone farther than Dak, but how he goes out and throws 4 or 5 interceptions a game and have 2 fumbles, oh my God. Oh my God. We wouldn't hear the end of it. We wouldn't hear the end of it from the media. We wouldn't hear the end of it from the Eagles. We wouldn't hear the end from it from everybody, guys. Josh Allen has something to prove this year, or McDermott should be gone too, because you need to learn how to utilize this man in order to win and go further in the playoffs. Number 4 on my list is Jalen Hurts. Now, he was also number 4 on Canty's list, so we great minds thinking alike, at least right here, okay? Now, Jalen Hurts, to me, he can't throw the ball. Of course, he can hit his target every here now and again, but he can't throw the ball, guys. He can't. He only has a bunch of rushing touchdowns because of the tush push. He has a great running back, awesome offensive line, and I still think he can't read defenses. They had an abysmal, as Canty said, an abysmal offense last year, where there were several games where they didn't even have 1 passing yard in the second half. You guys remember that game where the Cowboys came back from 21-0? I do. Jalen Hurts sucks. Strip him down from all those players around him, he won't be able to do a damn thing. Jalen Hurts, number 4. All right, on my list, at number 3, it's hard for me to say this, guys, but Dak Prescott, okay? Oh, hold on. I'm reading the wrong list. I don't got Dak on the list. I'm going to tell you why in a minute. All right, so let me go back up here to the top of my notes. I should have labeled them Canties and the societies, all right? Number 3 on the list, I have Bryce Young. Why didn't he come up on the list? What are the Panthers over there doing? They need to move on from him and go ahead and get a new franchise quarterback. He only 5'7". He can't see above the line. Him and Kyler Murray can't see nothing. That's why they're so inaccurate. I'm like, what are they doing out there? You know, it was embarrassing that we lost to them last year, but we're going to blame everything on the defense last year. Everything. Number 3 on the list, Bryce Young. No positives from him. I don't know. He was a good guy coming out of, was it Bama, I think? But like, nah, man, get this man out the league. He's too short. Anyway, number 2, I have Joe Burrow. The 2 and number 1 are the same as Canty's. Burrow and then Herbert. Like I was saying earlier, Burrow, please just get out of Cincy. He hinted around in a press conference that was concluding the season last year that he was very unhappy, and that, of course, if you're very unhappy, you most likely want to get out of there. Get out of Cincinnati, terrible city, garbage, ugly. Like, get out of there, get to a better organization that's run better, has better coaches, better offensive coordinators, and knows how to actually work their front office. And now, granted, I will put a lot of this blame on Burrow because he influenced the front office to pay both of his receivers top money. Now they can't afford an offensive line to keep him upright so he can actually throw the ball and be available to play. He has missed a whole season in the last 3 years. Was it 3 years or 4 years? A whole season because he's missed 16 games because he was injured. Why are you injured? Because you're paying your receivers so much money that they cannot afford to get you any protection. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense because if you want to pay everybody so much money, you should have took a pay cut. But where they do that at? I'm not about to lose no millions. Like, come on, guys. Burrow, so you got something to prove. You wanted to go out here and pay these receivers. Now you got to work with what you got. Stay healthy, stay upright, and make it happen. Number one on the list, again, Justin Herbert. You already heard what I feel about him. I'm not about to go into another tirade talking about trash-ass Phillip Rivers 2.0. So, Chris Canty's list, Jaden Daniels, Hurts, Dak, Burrow, and Herbert. I took Daniels off Canty's list because I don't think Daniels has something to prove this year because he was injured last year. He missed a lot of the season. As long as you can stay healthy, my friend, and have a solid season, and it doesn't have to be career defining. It's only your third season. How are you going to lose your job already and get the coach fired? That was a crazy take. And then Dak plays so well that if we have a losing record again, and Dak performs insanely, which I know he will because we have all of our 11 starters coming back again. And with that being said, we're going to have a good season on offense, period. We were the number one in scoring last year, number one on third downs, number one in first downs, things of that nature. We're going to do that again. I know they're going to throw some wrinkles in the offense so we won't look like exactly what we looked like last year. Switch it up. Keep the opposing defense guessing. So I know the offense is going to perform well. And even if the defense has another terrible season like they did last year, which I know it won't be that bad because we completely changed up everything and everything is looking on the up and up. Even if we do have a terrible season, then we're just going to blame all that on the defense yet again. And then Dak Prescott is going to come right back again in the 2027 season. Guys, let me know what you think about Chris Canty's list, but also let me know what you think about the more superior list, my list, down in the comment section. Go ahead and give me the HBO special. The HBO special is the Help a Brother Out special so I can continue to bring you guys Cowboys content each and every single day. This is the Cowboys Society, real fan, real talk every day. Until next time, peace.